Hello, we're live.
Emily,
How's it going?
Emily zested her finger.
Specifically my middle finger, so it's a good time because I could just... Oh no!
Emily zested her finger.
Ignore that. I wanted to mute it earlier, but it didn't mute, so I tried muting another video and that did not work. I zested my finger.
And she cut her thumb open on peanut butter.
Because I opened it with a knife. So I've been sitting here telling Riker about all of the good old days where anytime I get a sharp object, even remotely sharp, pain.
You're talking about like band-aids and putting a band-aid on too tight and everything. I'm just like, oh my god.
There are so many videos where I hurt myself on the internet. For example, on Smoke and Mirrors, people are like, why do you have a band-aid on your finger? I cut it out. I opened my finger on a box while I was opening the box.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not the scissors that opened the box itself. But we're doing past life readings today. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I don't know what day it is.
Yeah, it's Thursday. It's Livestream day. We should also address the elephant in the room of people being like, where did your videos go? We're gonna have an update about that eventually, so you guys will figure out what's going on there, that our content just mysteriously disappeared, but we will let you guys know in an update video here soon. So, what's up, you guys? What did you eat for dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever time it is for you?
Also, yes, happy belated Valentine's Day, everybody. Did any of you guys do anything fun for Valentine's Day? We watched a movie.
No, we made little crystal necklaces.
True. Well, that too.
Oh, look at this.
I'm not wearing mine.
Why the fuck not?
Because I took it off last night.
We figured out that you can carry a spell around on your neck, and it's a crystal jar. Like, you can, like, take the top off of this. We went to a metaphysical shop. We vlogged it, so be prepared for that. But, like, I want to put a spell thing in here. Like a potion. But it's a little rose quartz crystal. And the little top of it
Now I just want to go get all of the things we got and be like, look, show and tell.
That'll ruin the video.
I know. I'm not going to.
This is a sneak peek.
But I have one of those, but it's obsidian.
Mine's rose quartz. I didn't know what the white ones were. I kind of wanted a white one, but I also couldn't pass up a pink stone, so. But I lost my selenite one. I'm pretty sure my cat took it underneath the house.
Not actually. By the way, when she says that, she just says that her
My cat is a fae being, and she hides things under the house. Her name is Tofu.
Well, people are gonna think that like we have to go like actually crawling under the house to try to find it.
That's probably where it is.
It's probably in the crawl space.
I checked there.
You checked there.
You want to go check?
No. I'm good.
But I lost it. I'm pretty sure I lost it for a reason, because that's usually how that goes with crystals. But, like, I finally got another necklace, because I tried to get another crystal and it broke.
I don't lose mine. They always just end up breaking.
Yeah, I get,
at a very specific moment. Like, when I'm, like, absolutely not okay, it just breaks.
I had that selenite stone for so long. It didn't break. I just lost it. I got another crystal necklace, and the, like, metal part around it fell off of it. It was a bad time. So
someone had spaghetti.
Ooh.
Cheesecake Factory and work. Oh,
we had, what did we eat?
We had McDonald's.
No, today.
Oh, today. I thought you were talking about yesterday. It's like yesterday we had McDonald's. I made like lemon, like garlic herb cheese orzo bake for dinner. It was very good. It was. We rated it like 7 out of 10.
Riker rated it like a 5 out of 10.
I've had better.
I've never had orzo.
I'm gonna make you more orzo.
It's better than rice.
It is.
It's fluffier.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyways, everybody's here for the
for some past life readings.
If you guys want us to start doing the past life readings, get this video to 40 likes.
Ooh.
We're at 24 likes, and we'll put a stock in it. So, I'll talk about what's going on. So, if you don't know, reincarnation is a thing. So all of us have past lives, and that asks the question of, does everybody have a past life, or is there people that this is their first life? Yes and no.
Mashed potatoes and asparagus. Sorry, I'm still reading what people's foods. You can continue.
Couple things with that is generally human souls are not first souls. They usually will be like something that's a little bit more simpler, like an animal or like an energy. But at the same time, time works very weird and funnily, because once you're outside of the physical stream of time, i.e. not existing or incarnate living, your past lives and future lives are all existing at the same time. So you exist, you're about to exist, and you don't exist. So that sort of stuff. So technically, if there aren't past lives for you, we can read your future lives.
Yeah.
Which is probably a big thing to drop on this channel, but if you follow us somewhere else, you probably get it by now. But for these past life readings, we're at 31 likes.
We're 9 away.
We need 9 more, and we'll put things up for you. But for these past life readings, both Riker and I will read your past lives. You'll get, like, at least 2, because 1 each.
Probably closer to, like, 4.
Yeah.
Knowing us.
So, once we release these, you guys will follow the link that is in the pinned comment in chat. We will put, like, stock in there so that you guys can actually purchase things, because right now it is sold out. Because we wanted to give people time to, like, join the live stream, figure their stuff out. So once that is released for you guys, we will call your name and just let us know who you are in the live chat.
Mm-hmm.
So just respond when we call your name. If you do not respond, we'll skip you until the end. And if you still not respond, but you still purchase something, we will just spew out your past lives, and you guys will be able to watch the replay.
Yeah.
So if you have to go do something, we will still give you your reading. It will just be without you present.
And we'll probably release these 5 at a time. We're going to start with 5, and then once we finish those 5, we'll, depending on how we're feeling, we'll add more to the stocks for you guys to buy.
Yeah.
So that way, like, people can get, multiple people can get chances. They don't all just get sold out immediately. So
yeah. So 5 will be available now.
And then
I'd say each reading is probably like 15 minutes each.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be about an hour and a half. So in about an hour and a half, we will potentially add more to the stock. So if you guys miss out on the first go, there will probably be a second go unless we decide to not do that. But are you guys ready? Are you clicked into the link? Because we got 40. We're gonna fight to the death, because there's like, let's see.
It's like 60
There's 60 people here. So, ready, set, 5, go. So, let me check to make sure this goes and everything works. Okay, there are 5 for you guys to purchase upon. Have fun.
Have fun.
May something be ever in your favor. Hold on, I gotta figure out what the heckers I'm doing.
Using orders are you.
So, but yeah, each one of these readings are $60, but we are doing paid readings today. We'll probably also do a live stream tomorrow. We like doing the art live streams. I'm not sure what specifically we'll do. I don't know if we'll do readings or if we'll do emotes, because we have 11 emote slots currently.
Yeah.
Maybe more, I haven't checked.
We have more that.
We have a lot of emote slots. Yeah. So, if you want to become a member, I don't know, you get access to fun emote things. Do I have access to them?
You should, yes.
Like Henry. Wow.
Henry. You might need to...
Yeah, I know.
Check, okay.
Giving them some good time. We got Litzy.
Yeah.
Litzy is first, and Amanda is second. Oh, YouTube gives you some? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you get, like, there's a bunch of free ones from YouTube. Fish.
That's a fun time. Is this popcorn?
Any one of your cats as an emote. Listen, we do have... I think we're going to draw our cats as emotes.
Well, we could draw the one that fucking carries things to underneath of the house as a Fabi. She can have little fairy wings.
True. The Muffin Man, Azriel, will have a... he needs to have a mustache.
Make sure not to get water with selenite. Yes, I know. Any of the ites are dissolvable in water and they're toxic.
It's probably why my celestite that I got when I was holding it in my hand started turning brown today.
Yeah, any of the ites, do not cleanse them in water. The water will be toxic. The wetness of the stone will be toxic. Don't do that. They start to dissolve in water.
Miriam!
What's up? Welcome to Scooby Snack.
Yeah, Scooby Snack.
Tofu with fairy wings. Did you write that down? Write that down.
I'm working on it.
We got a good one for Azriel, whom we lovingly call the Muffin Man. We're gonna make him the Muffin Man.
With fairy wings.
Okay, they are sold out, I think. Somehow 6 sold.
Okay. Yeah, so...
Let me just...
Let's see Amanda, Neon Jen, Anitra Nibbler Girl.
Let me just make sure this is sold out. I don't know what I'm doing. Where's orders?
You're in orders, love.
Sorry. Where are products?
Go to shop.
Shop. There we go. I think it's sold out. Yes, okay. So I put in 6 instead of 5 because dyslexia.
Well, you
got
not
lucky.
make any sense. We're doing 6.
Got lucky.
The Muffin Man?
Right now.
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man!
Yeah, we call him the Muffin Man because
he
every single time he's like, we hold him or he's doing anything, he's constantly making biscuits.
He's kneading.
Yeah.
He's just the happiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Muffins.
Let's see, are you here? I can already see that you're here. This makes me happy.
The animation.
Yes. Okay, let's see. I know that you're in chat because I can see you. So. Your past life reading. You have this girl. She has like curly blonde hair. Do I have my pendulum in here? Yeah.
Yes, they did sell out for right now.
We'll probably restock them in about an hour and a half. So if you have to go do something and want to come back, about an hour and a half. Scotland. Okay, there's this cute little lady. She has like the curliest blonde hair you've ever seen in your life. And she's tiny and she's in this like, she's like white blouse and then a corset and then her dress or like skirt is brown and she says that she's from Scotland. She says that she lived on a farm in Scotland. I feel like she really liked sheep because she is telling me my love for sheep, which might be, there's this kind of sheep that it looks like the ones from fairy tale books that are like white and black and they look like little yetis and they're so cute. She's telling me about those. I feel like she's very much an animal person. But she took care of a lot of livestock in Scotland.
Sorry, I'm writing things down.
I feel like she inherited her farm from her family. And then I don't know when this was because it's harder for me to gauge like what people's outfits look like from back then, like from a different country. But I feel like it was a time before like electricity was popular because I can see her like walking around with candlestick. But I feel like she inherited her property from her parents from her family, and she was like given over to her husband, so technically he owned the farm, but she came with the farm. I don't know if that makes sense. But they had this cute little family. I feel like she had 3 very blonde children, very curly hair, all of them. In this life, she says the thing that was the most important was the, wait a second. That's exactly the kind of sheep I'm talking about. Thank you, Jane.
I don't know what type of
the
sheep
black
that is.
nose. They're so cute. Here, sorry, I have ADHD, and this is important. Isn't it cute?
Yes, I know.
They look like They look like they're from fairy tales.
They do.
This is cute. Like, where are these things from again? I can't. Switzerland. I need to go to Switzerland and touch one. Because if I could own one of these, I would own 3 of them, and one of them would be named Yeti, and I have dreams about it. Anyways.
I just like that Jade just knew exactly the type of
Get out of my head, Jade. Or take me to Switzerland to go see the sheep.
One of the 2.
Or both. I got you. Anyways. I feel like this life is important because she's talking about the importance of family. I feel like she came from a very large family, and it was important that she had one herself. She really enjoys like people helping her to do things. It's just like a very warm, happy environment. So she's like, the lives where you are alone are the ones that are not great for you at all. She likes collaboration. She likes being around people. She cares so deeply towards them. It's also, if people are a little bit fake, she says that those lives are not good as well. You got one?
Yeah.
Cool.
So one of the ones I got for you is you have a man in his early 1920s. He's very like rural wilderness type. I feel like he's somewhere in like Eastern Europe because he has like a European accent, but it's very like it's not one that I'm familiar with necessarily, so I can't place it. But he was very much the one who was like a hunter-gatherer type. But the 2 lives that I got for you also talk a lot about like family and being around people. In this life, I feel like your soul made the decision to, or something happened to where you had no family and you were very like lone wolf, and it was very hard for you because you were a very sociable person, but I feel like just the area that you were in just didn't have a lot of that for you. At least not in like an easy, like an accessible way for like what you did as a hunter. And then I got a woman from the 1800s. She's a mother of 4, and I see her with like a basket on her hip, and she has dark brown hair, like brown eyes. And she was very good at being like a mother. It's something that came very naturally to her. It's something that she just enjoyed, taking care of other people. And I feel like this was also like during the time where like everyone kind of helped take care of other people's kids. So she was just one of those women who helped like the town, village, wherever they were. Yeah, she was just kind of like one of the like mother figures. I don't know. She's very sweet. She's very nice.
Also, let's see, you ask if this girl looks like, tell me that name.
Merida.
From the Brave movie. Kind of, except she's blonde. She doesn't have red hair. Did you have another one, or do you want me to go?
You can go.
Okay, I see this Egyptian man. I feel like you were, someone that helped build the pyramids. I don't know anything about Egyptian culture. Did they, like, prevent people from, like, having children or something? Or, like, were angry if you had more than one child?
I'm not sure.
Because he's talking about how he had 2 children and he had to, like, hide that. Because you had a daughter and a son, and the son grew up to work for whoever did the Egyptian stuff, like the pyramid building. He grew up to do that. You didn't necessarily want him to do that because it's kind of dangerous, is what he wants to say. He's like, you would not understand. Like, it's like a normal thing to, like, understand, like, people doing that, but, like, actually doing it really is dangerous. So he was, like, worried about his son doing that, but for whatever reason he's worried about this, like, his daughter. Like, them figuring out that he had a daughter and them taking her away or something like that. And I don't know anything about Egyptian culture, like ancient Egyptian cultures, or surrounding that idea, but he was, like, really worried that they were going to, like, find and take his daughter. But yeah. You got another one?
Yeah, I got one more.
Okay.
I see this, like, 40-year-old man from, like, the, like, late 1800s, early 1900s, who was very much someone who came from, like, he came from nothing, but was able to, like, build himself up to, like, obtain a good amount of wealth. But he was, I don't know, he's talking about how it was different for people of that time because he was very caring for others, especially, like, his family. So even though he had a lot of wealth, he distributed it and, like, shared it with others who needed it that he knew as well. But I don't know, he was very, I feel like he just had, like, a lot of, like, love and abundance because of, like, who he was as a person. I don't know. You have a lot of just, like, really sweet past lives.
Because you care about people.
Yeah.
Like the first lady that was telling me about it. Sorry, there's a question. Did you get your hair styled? Yes. Anytime my hair is straight, it's because I get a cut.
I technically also did a couple weeks ago. It's just, I just have hat hair, but I just cut off my mullet, pretty much.
I also have a question for people. For Ko-Fi, I have never been on the purchasing side of Ko-Fi. Do you have to make an account? Because if so, I just want to, like, know so that I can tell people, make an account before I hit the go button. Because there's people saying, it was in my cart, I was checking out, and I didn't know that I had to be signed in or have an account for another thing. I don't know. Well, at least I know now. So I'm just
I haven't had that
questioning.
Issue before,
I'm just want to know. No. Okay. No, you can just put your email in. Okay, thank you. I just want to, like, know how it works on the other side because I've never purchased anything from Ko-Fi. I've just put it out for you guys. And then let's see, says thanks. That's good. Sorry, that's good. I love it so much. Yes. Did you do all of yours? Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay. I gotta go back. Okay, we're on Amanda. Amanda, are you in chat? Are you Amanda G?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Princess Life? Who this?
Oh, they said that he had to also sign into their PayPal account.
Got you.
That makes sense. I keep just almost, like,
cutting my arm off? Yeah.
Well, maybe.
I enjoy the devil.
The little demon. Yeah, I need to draw more emotes.
Yeah, I can help you. Yeah, I can be more prepared. I can draw tofu as a fairy. I will cease to exist if I can have tofu as an emote. Very obsessed with my cat. Anyways, Amanda, you have this princess life. She has long, dark, brown hair. It's straight. She is actually, sorry, it's, like, interesting to me because I've talked to a lot of past lives that are like, I'm royalty. She enjoyed being royalty. Most women do not like being royalty because they're like told what to do. She loved it. I feel like you were with this man that had like bushy blonde hair and it was like split down the center. He kind of looks like they're showing me Prince Shrek, but Shrek has blonde hair. That's what he looks like. And he's just as like goofy and like left-footed, like 2 left feet. That's how he is. And I feel like that's why it was so good, is because he was just so like happy-go-lucky, like the sweetest prince you've ever met. So he just like treated you like a princess. Whereas most princesses are actually just treated as like a piece of art. You were treated like an actual human being. Oh, a princess didn't expect that. Yeah, they make me feel like the relationship was really important in that life, like the romantic relationship you had with him. Because I feel like it was an arranged marriage, obviously, because that's usually how that works. He was not what you expected. I feel like she says that he had to have his edge in order to be taken seriously. So on the outside looking in, you would think that he's like this scary dude, but he just had to do that because that's just the nature of the job. So you were nervous that it was going to be like that when you married him, and then he ended up being like your soulmate. They make me feel like your soulmate from that life is in your life now. I don't know if you're in a relationship or if this is a future thing. I'm bad at timelines for relationship stuff.
Enemies to lovers.
I think I've been a bad person a few too many times. I've read a couple people that have like oppressive past lives. They're interesting.
Sorry, I'm trying.
Very single. Yeah, future then.
But damn, the fanfic is writing itself.
Thank you. I don't know. I really feel like he's in this life. Like, you're gonna find him. Sorry, my chinchillas are making like horrible noises and I feel like they're dying over there. It's fine. I feel like one of your relationships is going to be with quote unquote Prince Charming soulmate, and they are literally going to sweep you off your feet and you're just gonna be like, they want me to say you're gonna recognize their soul and be so confused as to why you are so understood.
It's like 10 Things I Hate About You, but set in the 1800s.
I'm glad you come to my drama. My sitcom, if you will.
Also, are y'all Christian? No.
I was raised Catholic.
I was raised Mormon.
So, I am not anymore. But I have talked to Jesus. He likes to tell a lot of jokes. Which, tracks. Your turn.
Okay. So there's this woman that has blonde hair and green eyes. My name is Elder Riker. Listen, I unironically love the Book of Mormon musical. It is so funny. It's so good. Love it. But anyways, so you're this woman with blonde hair and green eyes. She died in her early 20s from some sort of like infection or something, or like bacteria, virus. I'm not sure. But she just was like very sick. And you didn't have a lot of money, so you weren't like able to get proper like medical care or like anything like that, so you ended up dying from this infection. But when you, like, first became ill, it was really hard for you because you had, like, a lot of these, like, lofty goals that you wanted to achieve in this life, and you felt like you had to, like, give up on, like, what you thought your life was going to be because you became sick. So sorry, it's not a happy one. But, sorry, I'm trying to also ask why this one is important for you. I don't know, the time period in which she died, I feel like it was normal for people to not live that long. So while she was in her 20s, that seems young today, like, it was kind of normal-ish, if that makes sense. But I don't know if you feel like you've had to give up on a lot of things or not follow through with what you want, but she's saying that you need to have more confidence in following through with what you want to happen, because you can make it happen.
Makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
Both lives are novel-worthy, just different types of novels.
Yeah. You got any more?
You have this woman that was in an active war zone. Ooh, it was not a good time. Sorry, I'm asking her things because I was like, is it normal to have, like, an active war zone in a very, like, civilian populated place? And she was like, yes, that's why this one is so bad. I feel like you had siblings that you were responsible for because your mother died from some sort of, like, smoke inhalation from, like, whatever was going on around. I don't know. I think your house burned down. I'm sorry, because I'm like, smoke inhalation from what? Ooh. Yeah, I think your house burned down and she died from smoke inhalation because she was trying to save the baby that was on the second floor. She did that, but then, like, a few months or a few weeks later, she passed from that because her lungs couldn't recover from that. And she, okay. I was like, that seems like a long time. They say it weakened her immune system. So being in an active war zone, their house isn't there anymore, traveling with stuff like that, she had a weakened immune system because of that sort of thing that happened. So she, sorry, they just keep telling me more and more information, and it's like, sucks. She was burned, and there was infection that way. I feel like she didn't die from the infection, though. She died from some other disease because her immune system was, like, shot. But you then were protecting a very young toddler, and then there were two others. You look to be, like, 16 to 18. You had a brother that was, like, 10 and a younger sister that was, like, 6, 7, something like that. And then there was a baby. Will you be putting any more readings up? Potentially we'll put up readings, like an hour.
Yeah, probably.
So, if you guys missed out the first time, we'll be adding more to it. But I feel like you were trying to, like, take them to, like, some sort of refugee camp. But you had to, like, hide them in order to get past the, like, active war zone, because it was, like, constant. So, yeah. Your turn. Or did you do 2? I can't remember.
I only did 1.
Great.
I have another one that's not so great. I'm sorry.
If you're a death soul, that's usually how it goes. At least you got a princess life with Prince Charming.
Yeah, at least we started with the princess life, and then, you know. So I see this, like, young woman, like, teenager or whatever, with light brown hair. She was kidnapped as a young girl. There's lots of trauma there. I'm not going to talk about it, but lots of trauma. But
trauma.
Trying to, like, talk about it without, like,
talking about it.
Yeah. Great. Kidnapping.
Yeah. Gotta make it not so bad.
Yeah, but, like, it was so young when it happened that it became, like, normal for you. But I feel like you died before the age of 16. And this girl says it's because she became too much to deal with. So do with that what you will.
Yeah, YouTube
Trauma.
is fun.
Yeah.
So.
Have to, like...
Yeah, if you need a pendulum, you can have that one.
Great.
Even though it does not, like...
Add jazz hands. Trauma. Traumatic, you know? Yeah, I don't know. This girl just started talking to me about it, and I was like, that's not real. So I grabbed the pendulum, and you were like, yes, it was. And I was like, okay. Great.
Well, not the best, but still good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. We're on...
Neon.
I think. Oh, down here. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Neon, are you in chat? Let us know. Hi. What's up? You have this dude that is very burly. Oh, are you writing the same one? He's a ship captain.
Okay, I'm seeing a different burly man then. Well, actually, does he look like a Viking?
No.
Okay, different one.
He looks like a ship captain. He has, like... He used to have dusty brown hair. It's gray now. It's very curly. He has a beard. Like, his whole head is hairy. He's, like, bigger. He is very jolly. He's very much like Santa Claus, but it has, like, dusty gray hair. And he just, like, laughs like that. Like, ho-ho laughs. Okay. He wants to say he's like, Uncle Iroh from Avatar, which is, like, he's traveled so much and lived so many, like, lives that he has so much information, and if you sit around with him for, like, an hour, you'll learn something new. He just has so many tales. Because he's telling me about the time where he tried to find the mermaids, and I was like, did you live in a timeline where there were mermaids? And he was like, is that the question that you want to focus on? I was like, okay. Anyways. Ellie, were you born with your gifts? Technically, yes, but we did not figure out that we had them until later in life. So for me, it was like 3 years ago, and for Riker, it was last year. But we personally believe everyone is born with gifts. It is just about learning how to use them. But this is a ship captain dude.
Does he have a weird accent like it's thicker than a Snicker?
100%! You get it!
It's like thicker than a Snicker.
Like, I don't know. My dad is, like, a dude that sails all the time, and he's just the same person. Like, an Aquarius, like... I don't know what it is with Aquariuses. If you spend an hour with them, you'll learn something new because they have very niche, like, things that they do a little bit of everything.
Your dad does have, like...
Old wives' tales. He knows how to tell a good fish story.
It's incredible, truly.
Literally, every time he comes to my house, he tells me about how he almost died, and I'm like, cool, Dad! So, that's this guy. He's like, I almost died trying to, like, catch a mermaid, and I was like, are mermaids real? And he's like, that's the question that you have? I was like, oh, well, yes. Is it?
Yes, that is the question we have.
He's like, we didn't find no mermaids, but I almost died. Like, you should be asking about my well-being. And I was like, oh, God. He's very funny. He has a lot of tales.
Petition to meet M's dad.
Petition to meet M's dad.
What do your parents think of your abilities? My mom's cool with it. She just usually, I tell her things that happen, and she's like, she shits her pants a little bit and is just like, you should give me a reading.
Well, since I'm talking about my dad, my parents, I don't know what they actually think about it, but they tell everyone about it.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna show people my dad's YouTube channel, and maybe he'll get some subscribers. I did the artwork for him. He has 2 videos out. Maybe. This is my dad's YouTube channel. He does things on boats.
Your dad's gonna show up tomorrow and be like, it's so crazy. I got like an influx of
He has 44 subscribers. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. That's his boat. It's called Zarakuni. I named it for him.
Is that the one that's in the garage?
Mm-hmm. It's a sea monster. It means sea monster.
Nice.
So go follow my dad. But they just tell everyone. Like, I was at dinner with my family, and they started telling, like, this tell me what that word is. Jehovah Witness.
Jehovah's.
Sorry. Thank you. And he... they were basically like, do you believe that? And I was like, well, if I don't believe it, that seems weird.
I mean, even when we were at we went to a Super Bowl party with, like, your parents and, like, family and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, like, we're sitting there eating.
Oh, yeah, my dad is just,
2
like...
psychic mediums
my dad is so proud. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh, God. No questions, please. I'm scared. But, yeah, when you tell religious people about it, they either look at you like you're crazy, or they ask you if you actually believe it, and I'm just like, this is my career. If I didn't believe it, that seems, like, ethically wrong.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to go call a video and say,
he does look kind of like what I expected. I don't know what that means. But thanks, go follow him.
He's literally gonna like show up tomorrow to be like.
Well, he thinks it's gonna take him a long time to get monetized, but he also has a daughter that does this for a living and could get him subscribers. He hasn't posted a video in a while because
M's dad is now our dad. A Jehovah's Witness knocked on my door and said I'd go to hell for being a witch after I checked what they had to say. Yeah, fun fact, my family before I was born was Jehovah's Witness, and then they stopped being that and became Mormon, so then I was born into the Mormon church. Wild.
Interesting.
Yeah, because, like, Jehovah's Witness and, like, Mormonism are, like, somewhat opposite sides of, like, a spectrum.
Yeah.
It's, like, one extreme to another.
It's really... I don't know how that happened.
I don't know.
Okay, your turn.
Great.
Yeah.
You have a large Viking man. And he says he was the rigger on a ship, and the limited knowledge I have about sailing, I know that the rigger deals with ropes. But he looks like this dude from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But he's talking about how he, like, died in a, like, really, like, gnarly storm. when he was like sailing, like him and the rest of the crew like died.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
Let's give you a different one. Let's see. Do you have any ladies? Are you done or are there more?
No, go.
Okay, great. There's this blonde woman. She has long blonde hair. It's straight. Like, you are very much the opposite. Very feminine, very quiet, very reserved.
Very different.
I'm like, how is this all two things? Is this true?
Yes.
They make me feel like your soul is uncomfortable being female.
I agree with that.
When you're female, you're kind of like, oh gosh, what do I do? So she's very like, she feels like she has to be very, 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 very feminine. They say that she was treated kind of like Toph. But I don't think she was blind. And when I say that, like, if you haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, A, what are you doing? You're not going to be able to understand anything that comes out of my mouth. But B, sorry. My computer's telling me about my life. But B, with Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender, because she was blind, they treated her like she was frail, and they would like have someone like walk her around, and she was like royalty, so they were like worried about her, so they like helicopter mommed her. So they're like, the same thing happened to you, which kind of just also amplified the almost like scaredness, the reservedness. It was like, I don't know, they were so worried about you that you worried about being out in the open. Like, sorry, I'm asking them questions while I'm doing this, because I'm like, why? They make me feel like she was royalty of some sort. Like, family was royalty. So they, like, cushioned you. I don't know if this makes sense, but I don't think you were, like, a princess, necessarily. It was, like, on a different level. Toph isn't a princess, right?
No, she's not a princess, but
Great,
she's,
like
the daughter of, like, a noble.
Yeah, like that. Whatever that is, that's what they told me. I was like, not a princess, then what? And they're like Toph. And I was like, okay. You are Toph, but not blind. And you have blonde hair. So, yeah. They're telling me that life exists in order for you to see the other side of masculine energy. Like, how masculine energy can be seen as controlling, or like the negative aspects of it and the positive aspects of it, because there were a lot of people that like wanted to kidnap you, because they knew that they could get money for kidnapping you for having like a dollar amount on your head, but sorry, thinking while asking questions. But your parents protected you from it. So there's a lot of like positive and negatives within that idea, because the positive aspects of masculine energy is very like direct, structured, forward, that sort of thing. It's kind of like guiding people or leading people. But the negative side of masculine energy is controlling. It's trying to control things and not give stuff free will. So they're like, you saw both sides of it as an outsider, or like someone that saw it from the out, like not being a man. So it helps your soul understand the rest of your souls, because you have a lot of masculine past lives. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. Ooh, you got one?
Yeah, I got one more for you. So, I don't know. Use your pendulum. I'm going to ask you questions to make sure, because this one was, like, weird.
Hold on. Everything's tangled now. I got nervous.
Okay.
Ready.
Is this true?
Yes.
Okay. This is from, like, a parallel timeline line.
What's up? Love that shit.
I was like, you're not from the past, but you're not, like, from the future. And it was, but, like, it feels future, but not. So, parallel, which is, like, cool. But this man walked forward and was like, I'm like Bill from The Last of Us. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, so, like, you look like him. And he's like, no, I'm like him. And I was like, what does that mean? He's like, I'm like him. What don't you get? So this is what he kind of looks like. Like, he literally looks like this almost. Which it's, like, weird because it's, like, getting video game references today, apparently. But I feel like in, like, this, like, parallel thing, it's, like, modern day future. It's, like, it's really hard to describe what that looks like when it's a, like, parallel, because it's very different from, like, what it looks like to us or what we would think. But he's very much, like, a survivalist anarchist, like, during, like, a war, like, very much just in survival mode. So paranoid and gay, got it. I mean, yes. Yeah. But yeah, he's very, like, burly and, like, doomsday prepper-y, but not, like, doomsday prepper. Just, like Bill from The Last of Us. Mm-hmm. So you got the first, like, parallel reading.
Parallel. People are asking about hell. So Ellie says, I'm just super confused. Like, every medium says different things. Amanda, the medium you guys worked with, says hell is real. I believe in hell, but I don't believe people go to hell. I don't think people or humans on this vibration are going to go to a lower vibrational realm. They can. That's just not somewhere that you get sent for being bad. So we're talking about past lives now, and there are a lot of past lives where you will be an oppressor and you will oppress people, and that teaches you things. And there will be lives where you are the oppressed, and there's going to be lives where you're in the middle, and that doesn't make you a good or bad soul. That makes you a more balanced, well-rounded soul. Each karmatic lesson that you learn in each one of these lives is going to help raise your vibration and help you understand your soul's energy, your purpose, that sort of thing. But there is a hell for things that are lower vibrational. So the lower vibrational stuff are like dark entities, daemons, things like that. They come from a lower vibrational place, whereas we are from a higher vibrational place. But I don't believe in good or bad necessarily, just different vibrational poles. So I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that answers your question. Because I understand your confusion. A lot of people say both ways and it's confusing. So I don't think people go there unless you choose to do so. Or if you are afraid, or if you are worried about, like, not being accepted into heaven. I don't even think you go to hell. I think you just stay in this sort of purgatory, egotistical sense, and that's where people say that you need to help cross souls over, that sort of thing. That's a little different than hell, though.
Sorry, whoever is next, Jen, one of her past lives already came forward and was like, cool. You're talking to me. And I was like, okay.
Okay, you go first then.
I'm still writing things. Hold on. She has a lot to say.
Let me... Jen, are you here? Well, let me know in the chat. Hopefully you're here, since Riker is now cooking.
Let me cook.
Who would choose to go to hell? I have talked to people where they said that their prior past life went to the lower vibrational place because their life was so hard and they were so, like, they were an oppressor in that life and they felt like they were evil, so they felt like they needed to go down there to get answers. So they went to the lower place, quote unquote hell, in order to see all of the heavy stuff, because I believe all of the negative stuff that happens up here kind of drops down into there. So a lot of times it has dark secrets, darkness is going down there. So they went down there to help understand why they were so oppressive in their life that time. So that would be a reason to go to hell, and that's the reason why I say that they can do that, because I've had other mediums tell me that they have done that. But Jen says, I'm here. Could I get a past life and future life reading if possible, please? Moving from Texas to San Diego in a couple of months and curious how it will go. Thank you.
I love San Diego.
I don't know if are you asking about life path things, or are you asking about your past lives or future lives? Sorry, I'm just wondering if you're asking about your current future, or if you're asking about, like, a different incarnation future life. So, let me know.
I got the first one. This is a past life one. So, I don't know, while Emma's talking, this blonde woman, like, came up, and she is very, like, blunt and direct and smart, and she is very, like, strong opinions, like, very, like, opinionated with things. And she was like, you're gonna talk to me, honey. We're gonna have a chat. And I was like, okay. It's like, I don't even know who this is for. And she's like, it's for the next person. It's fine. I'm giving you a head start. And I was like, okay. But she's talking about, she has a lot to say, because she's pretty much talking about how awful it was to be, like, an independent, smart, and, like, outspoken woman in a time where men, like, owned them. And how, like, she felt like she could never, like, fully be herself because it was so, like, looked down on and so, like, inappropriate. Like, she's like, men didn't want to hear your opinions. They didn't want to hear your ideas. They didn't want you to help them or tell them how to do something. They just wanted you to be complacent, and that's just not who I was, honey. Like, so I feel like you have a lot of that, like, spunkiness in you, I want to say. Regardless, I feel like she helps you with it. Like, that is very much, like, what her past life, like, what this past life does for you, because she is very, like, I don't know, she is very, like, I don't know, she's very intelligent. She knows what she wants, and she knows how to get it, and that's it. Does she remind you of the main character in the Queen's Gambit? I've never seen Queen's Gambit.
Is this what she looks like?
Not to me, no. She looks more like...
Or is it the vibe? Because didn't you say blonde woman?
Yeah. She was much more like...
Yeah, that makes sense.
She was much more like... I see her more like... If you're, like, looking for, like, a similarity in, like, media or whatever, like, Margot Robbie in Wolf of Wall Street. Not as, like, sexualized in that regard, but very much, like... Attitude-wise.
Power.
Yeah.
She's an amazing chess player who had to go against men, and that was, of course, hard in her time. Oh, definitely more the vibe than the look.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Vibe, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the same look.
Yeah.
Like, the same look in their eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Literally. So.
I don't know, she's very, like, very direct.
So, future life. I think you're asking for not this life reading, but your next future life. Okay. Sorry. What?
I think she was also just asking about, like, how
yeah, because I don't know. Her answer just makes me more confused. Because they say past life and my current future life, if possible.
Yeah, so I think she wants to know, like, how the move from Texas to San Diego is
Okay, great. That's what I was, like, confused about.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm too dyslexic for this.
Yeah. That's at least how I interpreted it.
So, for your future things... Yes, okay. What do you get, since you were pulling cards?
Oh, I'm pulling...
Oh, you're pulling...
cards.
Okay, you're pulling for your past
life,
life,
keep just,
future
like...
life.
Yeah, I keep just, like, getting a lot of the same cards, though, and it's, like... I keep shuffling the deck and pulling out different ones, like... And I keep just pulling the same cards. So I'm like, are you trying to read me, deck? What is happening? Like, I pulled this card, I put it back in, I shuffled it, and I cut the deck randomly and pulled it again.
That's good. Sorry, I'm asking them about going to Texas. They make me feel like you're excited to go to Texas.
They're going to San Diego.
Sorry, you're from Texas. You're going to San Diego. Still dyslexic. Going to San Diego. They won't tell me specifics because of future things it's going to infringe upon your free will, but they say once you get there, it's going to be a lot different than you expect, and you're going to make a lot more different choices than you once thought you were going to do. You're going to pivot hard. That is what they tell me. Because they're like, you're going for a good reason. You're excited to go. But there is this, like, feeling of once you get there, like, having the wind knocked out of you and you being like, okay, we're gonna go in a completely different direction because it was not what I expected. That's what they make me feel. What?
My friend Ashley posted on her Twitter, like, should I dye my hair dark again? She's like, well, she was asking for someone to convince her not to, and I said, you should do it. So she just texted me, fuck you, I bought hair dye.
Enabler. That's who you are. Should I dye my hair dark?
Yes.
Should I dye my hair white?
Yes.
Should I shave my head bald?
No.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if I would get a no. Should I dye my hair yellow?
I mean, truly, if you want to shave your head bald, you can. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's your hair.
I just wanted to see how the enabler.
Riker and Em are horrible influences. You can't just throw that out like that, Jay, alright? You gotta, like...
Horrible influences. Jay, we're influencers. We are great at this. This
like,
is our job.
We convince you to do things that would be good for you that you want to do yourself. We're not telling you to, like, do bad things.
Influencers. There's a reason why people don't like that word. Jen. That is your path reading. So since you asked about future lives, I have a future life for you. I think their life is gonna overlap yours currently, which is weird to me. I feel like he has light colored hair. He lives in a city. I feel like he is at a turning point for the U.S. I think he is living in the United States. I think that is specifically when things associated to the United States starts collapsing. Whatever that means, it's already started happening, which is, like, makes sense, whatever. But I feel like he lives through the government being overthrown or something, and future lives can be weird. There can be like 20 different parallels of things, so that's not necessarily where we're going and not necessarily things like that, but I'm just asking questions. Hold on. I feel like it might be a parallel because I feel like he is maybe 10 years ahead like 2030 or 2040. I feel like he had a job, but he lost it during all of this. But it's just a lot of chaos.
Yeah. Also, real quick, for people who are asking for us to like read them next, we're doing paid readings. So we've already, the people that we're reading right now have already paid through our Ko-Fi. The link is up in the top. They're currently sold out. We'll be restocking them in a bit. We have 2 more after Jen, and then
in like a half hour.
Yeah, so in like a half hour, and then we might restock.
Yeah, that's what I got. Do you have another one, or did you do both of them? I can't remember.
I have another one.
Okay, great.
Chris, get out of here. Sorry. Shakiro's my friend, Chris. Wasn't expecting him. Gross. Anyways, so, Jen, you have this man who has, like, very, like, short brown hair, and he's very, very, very intelligent. I feel like he worked in, like, stocks and finance, and he was saying that, like, the blonde woman, like, she wasn't listened to when she was smart, but this man, he was more quieter, not as, like, loud as opinionated, but, he was so good at, like, recognizing numbers and, like, patterns, and like so good with like money and everything that the company that he worked for like took advantage of him because you were too good, and I feel like you were so good to the extent that you got like unwanted attention for like your brain, so they keep just making me feel like mafia. Like I feel like people specifically wanted your wanted you to work for them and be like under their control because you were so good at like predicting numbers and like stock and things like that.
Do all souls that come to you speak English, or do some don't? We can talk to them even if they don't speak English, because they don't communicate a lot of times through speaking. They can actually talk, but they a lot of times will tell us things through thoughts, feelings, images, smells, tastes, any of the other senses in order to get information across. So that's why we're also able to talk to animals. We don't need to speak the language in order to talk to souls. And then there was another question. We also stream every Thursday. If you guys are interested in coming back next week, we should be doing some sort of reading probably on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is what I got for Jen.
Cool. I feel like there was another question, but I don't remember. Oh, I would say a current life's purpose is different from your soul's purpose. Not necessarily they should, like, coincide with each other. So your soul usually has some sort of, like, correlation to it or association to it. So whatever that is usually is kind of like your energy signature. So when you go and incarnate in your lives, you then are learning about that said thing. So your life's purpose currently is going to be in line with your soul's purpose as well, but on a smaller level. Okay. Anitra? Hopefully I said that right.
Love when my phone doesn't work.
You are next. Are you in chat?
Jen asks their theme of what kind of soul she has. I feel like, I don't know, you have a lot of souls and like past lives. Sorry, you have a lot of past lives where you are very like, I don't know, you are very, very like smart and intelligent. Like I feel like you just see and notice things that a lot of other people don't. Cult of the Lambs, when are you guys doing a live for the game? Probably on Tuesday. We didn't do it this Tuesday because we had a lot of other things going on. So probably this upcoming Tuesday if things go well.
Yeah, I had a dentist appointment last week.
Yeah. Can you explain what past lives mean in a simple way for me?
Past lives is your lives that happened before this life. So your incarnations, your soul basically goes into different bodies and does things.
I do have a sexy brain, thank you. You do have a sexy brain.
Talking about sexy brains, Anitra, you have this very intelligent woman. She kind of gives me the vibe, if you've ever seen the Powerpuff Girls, I forget what that girl's name is, but you only see her legs. And she has red hair that goes down to her like, knees. I forget her name. But that's the vibe we got going on, except she's stupidly smart. She's like Hermione Smarts.
Also, yes, past lives can be animals.
Yes, they can be things. They can be things that don't exist.
I read someone once who had a past life as a flower.
You should do ones that are weird, too. Anyways, you have this woman that is, like, she has glasses. Her hair is dark brown. It's half pulled up. It's straight. She is stupidly pretty and stupidly, like, intelligent. And she likes to talk about it. Because I feel like she lived during a time where it was not accepted. I feel like it was more recent. Sorry, I'm asking her a time. There's, like... I don't know. I feel like 70 or 80s. I feel like she didn't get married, lived alone. I feel like she did that because she didn't want to be controlled by a man. She wanted to provide for herself, and she could. She was a lot smarter than a lot of the other men in her field, and she liked to flaunt it. Okay, coolio.
Stupid Discord keeps not working on my phone. It's annoying.
She says that she's book smart. I'm like, what did you do exactly? I don't know if she, like, is associated to, like, a library, a philosopher. I don't know, something like that. Something with books. Because I just see her in, like, a library, different libraries reading. She just knows a lot of things. I think she was a lawyer. Because that makes sense. Sorry, that's... Signs are symbols. I associate lawyer things with, like, English. Because you need to be really good at writing to be a lawyer. I feel like she was a lawyer, which is why she, like, talks like she's better than everyone. I'm sorry. And it's because she needed that, like, cockiness to, like, make it in this field. But that is, for me, your turn.
Sorry, I'm like... I don't know what. There's just like, sorry.
I want a past life in which I can claim my dogs on my taxes. Same.
Okay, hi. Sorry. Was getting a lot of things because I got 2 lives while you were talking. But the first one that I see is this, like, Eastern Asian woman, like Southeast Asia, but she's like, I don't know, she is like gorgeous. And I feel like she's talking about how she was, like, regarded pretty much solely for how she looked. And she was, like, the most talked about woman in, like, her town, village, wherever she was. But she just said that she was, like, bored because she wanted to be, like, noticed for more than her looks. She felt like she was just being reduced to, like, just how she looked and nothing else about her. I feel like she ended up having an arranged marriage, which was fine, but I feel like the majority of her life was just she was looked at for, like, in a very specific way and wanted more but never fully got it. And then the second life that I have for you is an Australian woman. She's in her mid 40s when she died. So in, like, sometime in the, like, early 60s, I struggle with fire, so it's hard for me to fully see what happened in this life, but I feel like there was some sort of, like, tragic event that happened that caused you to die, associated to fire. I don't know if you died in a fire, or if, like, you were burned to death, what happened there, but do you see anything with that?
For which one?
This Australian woman. She died in, like, associated to fire somehow, but it's hard for me to see it.
Was she put in a box?
I don't know. Something, like, happened to her that was, like, she was like, it was really tragic.
What, is that all you wrote down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. I feel like I don't know why. That's why I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But there's this, I don't know. You were put in a box and the box was burned by a man. You were trying to run from something.
We have lots of bushfires in Australia. That was my first thought, was some sort of, like, wildfire, or, like, bushfires, because I know that those happen in Australia. But she just kept, like, being like, no, it wasn't that. Because it was, like...
Well, I feel like someone set her on fire.
Yeah. I don't know. It's very hard for me to see that one, because I feel like it triggers a lot of my own past life things. Because I've been burned alive in past lives, so I don't like fire in this one.
I feel like you were this man's wife. And you disobeyed? I don't know. But I feel like you were put in, like, restraints or something wooden, and then burned. So it's not good, whatever it is, and it's not, like, a normal thing that happened. It's very, like,
yeah,
it was inflicted to you.
Yeah, it's very awful.
Well, I have a good one for you. I asked specifically for a weird one. You were a comet.
Oh, that's cool.
And they specifically showed me the different ley lines in space. Because as a comet, you were able to learn so much so quickly because you were moving so fast. So they tell me about things that Einstein had told me in association to, like, time travel and the theory of relativity and gravity and how everything is interconnected and, like, is this true?
Yes.
How fast can things like that move? Because they, like, show me when you move that fast. Could be wrong about that. And it might just be that you were multiple comets and multiple different parallels, and they're showing me those types of things.
I don't know.
But they tell me about the time dilation, which is associated to, like, it's association to how time moves. Time dilation can change how fast time moves. So, for example, like, gravity and how fast something is moving can cause the time speed to change. So, for example, if you're driving somewhere and you have your GPS set up, your GPS needs to have calculations based on time dilation because the satellites are at a different gravitational pull than we are. So the time is different up there than it is here. That's sort of weird BS. So they're telling me that as a comet, you saw the different connections of all of the planets and celestial beings together, and you were pulled through space in that way is through different gravitational pulls. But it, like, pulled you into different like time-based things, which is making more sense the more that they're explaining it to me, because they're like showing me and telling me about like the speed of light. So when you're looking at a star, that could be like in the future, but the speed of light, like the star could potentially not be there or has burned out, but light moves at a certain speed. So however far enough away it is, it's going to take that long to get to us. So technically there are certain stars that are already dead and aren't giving off light, but we still see them. So they're telling me those sort of things, which is really weird because I was like, okay, you're a comet. I don't know what else to say. So good luck with that. Do you have another one or you did both? Okay, we're on Nibbler Girl. Mm-hmm. Are you here? Ow. Let me see what people are saying. Can you not send super chats? I'm new to the live. Oh, you responded. Should be working. How do you do them? What?
Sorry, let's see. Notice my K-Flay hat. Yes, I love K-Flay. Love her. She's amazing.
If you hit the little money sign, and then it should be there. Super chat. So feel free. No pressure. Do you believe that your long, thick hair aids in your kiss? That's interesting. I haven't heard people say that before. I think everybody has gifts.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
I know there's a lot of different cultures that are, like, very attached to hair and stuff like that. But Nibbler Girl, are you here? Let us know.
She is.
Okay, cool. Never mind. You are here. Go next. Let's see.
Fave song from K-Flay? I really like Champagne just because I busted my ass to learn it for one of her concerts because I've seen her 2 or 3 times in concert and I've met her before. She's great. I love her. God. I have like favorite songs from every like one of her things. If we're talking like her most recent album, probably either Yes, I'm Serious or Punisher. But I also like Rah Rah. I don't know. I love K-Flay.
When you die, do you go to your past life or do you become a spirit? You go back to your quote-unquote higher self, but at the same time, you don't... It's like you aren't not a part of your soul, and you are... I don't know if that makes any sense. It's kind of like if you've watched Naruto and he has clones... Each clone is technically Naruto, but when he disbounds his, like, jutsu, they go back to home base. So,
Sorry, you were talking about Naruto, and then I started thinking of Jujutsu Kaisen, and then I started thinking about how our Dark Seraph finally told us, like, what he wanted to be called, and I was like, oh, we should tell Jade.
Yeah, our Dark Seraphim spirit guide has come forward, and he would like to be called Sukuna, specifically because Liv has a spirit guide named Gojo, and he wants to one-up him. Because that is definitely his vibe. So,
yeah. Anyways, for Nibbler Girl, I see this cute little like fairy. She's like very pink, and she's literally like this big. Like, she is so tiny. I thought you were looking up Sukuna.
No.
How did I not know Sukuna's name? Yeah. If you guys don't know, here, I'll show a picture of what the character from Jujutsu Kaisen looks like.
Jay, have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen? Because if you don't know who Sukuna is, that's interesting. Considering it's like all about him, especially in the first season.
Yeah, but this is Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Sukuna.
But yeah, he told us the other night.
Sukuna. Yeah. Which is very fitting. I hope he starts talking to me in his Sukuna's voice. Because his voice in Japanese is fantastic. He should only exclusively speak to me in Japanese. Even though I can't understand him.
Sukuna Matata.
You done with your first one?
No.
Okay.
But I don't know, this little fairy girl, she's very tiny and she's very cute. She has like, I don't know, she has really cute like blue and yellow and like orange like fairy wings. But I feel like she like lived inside of like a hollowed out tree.
That's so cute.
I don't know, she's very like fey and dainty, like very like Tinkerbell but without the attitude. She makes like a very like high pitched like humming noise, like ee. It's very high pitch.
Does she look like a lightning bug?
Kind of, yeah.
That's interesting. I'm sorry, they just showed me lightning bugs inside of there. I was going to say something, but it's gone now. Are you done with that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Your next one, I feel like you were a little boy from the 1920s. I looked up what their outfits look like. The like weird tight long shorts. That's what he looks like. I feel like you were African American, and I feel like you like went to one of those churches where they're like where it's fun and everyone is like singing and happy. And the thing that was most important to you as a child was family. The only thing that is always concerning when I talk to little children in past life readings is it's usually because they passed when they were young. I feel like you got sick. That's why you treasured your family so much. He said that you didn't have access to health care in the way that you needed it to. Because I feel like you got like pneumonia or I don't know that I know how to spell this. How do you spell meningitis? What does that do to your body?
Yeah, it's like inflammation.
Does that cause you to like go deaf or something?
Are you thinking of tinnitus?
No, tinnitus is something different. I don't know if this is true, but I feel like you might have gotten meningitis and went deaf. But I still feel like you didn't get the help that you needed and it killed you. Let me see. Yeah, that's what they make me feel like, because I don't know if that's what...
Yeah, it can cause, like, hearing issues. Oh, Nibble Girl was actually born deaf.
What?
Nibble Girl said that she was actually born deaf.
Cool. Cool. It's shit like that. I don't know. He told me that he was like the Daphne girl from Switched at Birth that lost his hearing from meningitis. So he went deaf from that, and then eventually he couldn't be like cured from it. Like it screwed up his like immune system, and it caused some other disease that dealt with like the lungs, because I don't know if it can affect lungs as well, but his lungs were like not okay after that, so it couldn't handle getting pneumonia and dying from that. But he tells me that he was deaf because he got meningitis when he was super young.
Not having healthcare you need sounds about right in America. That's Scorpio J. Just so you know.
I don't know. That really fucks me. You're also. I don't know. I'm not a medium. Everything's fine. Yeah. I don't know. He looks like he's 6, 7, 8, that sort of age. I'm bad at telling children's age because apparently people in my family are much taller than what the typical is. So apparently my niece is like large, very tall. You haven't seen her?
I haven't seen her in person.
You haven't seen her yet. She came to our house the other day, but you didn't come out. She was only in our house for 10 minutes because she was playing with our cat.
Yeah, she came over just to play with Azrael.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no, I was in the bedroom in bed because I wasn't feeling well.
Yeah. Is
that all you have for that one?
I love that show. Me too. That's it.
Great. So this is a young girl during the time of the bubonic plague. Just oh no.
At least you got a fairy life where you're a little lightning bug.
Fun. But this past life is talking about how it was like just how like awful it was, because your parents died first, so you had to go live in like an orphanage, a home, just like somewhere else, but where there were like other sick people around because it was during the plague, but you ended up dying at probably around like 7 or 8 years old. If you say I was a nut, I'm gonna lose it. But yeah, there's not much to this one. Sorry, it's just awful.
Okay, I have a question for that pendulum over there for you. Is this true? Great. I am so sorry. They're telling me that your soul is, like, it deals with a lot of sickness, because you said a plague, and I'm like, I think this other life is existing during a plague. Not the little boy, a different one. I think you're a woman in this life.
Death soul.
Death soul. Because I also asked, I was like, does that mean that they're like, they get sick in every life? And they were like, no. They're around a lot of like plagues, sicknesses. And then they told me, oh, you incarnated this life because of COVID. So that sucks. Okay, I don't know plagues very well, you know? It's not Black Plague. Oh, you said it was bubonic plague. Okay. Yeah. Is there like a different color plague? I don't know.
Smallpox.
Okay. They like are showing me colors and I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
Were they showing you red?
Yeah. Okay. You lived during the red plague, which is smallpox. I don't think you got sick. I think you were a nurse that helped deal with those things. I feel like you had an immunity to it, and you were in, like, one of those big tent things. Is this, like, super... I know nothing about this. Oh, it's a bacterial infection. Okay, I feel like this is, like, super contagious. So they, like... I just see people in big tents in, like, beds, and there's a lot of beds. And you just never got it. But you, like, helped people, and you knew that you, like, were immune to it, so you were good. I don't know. It's really weird. I survived COVID. Yeah. Yeah, I think you had, like, some weird immunity to it.
Video idea, different types of death souls. We actually do have a video planned or like written, like an idea down for like talking about like life souls versus death souls, but that wouldn't be on this channel. That will be on our vlog channel, Smoke and Mirrors. I'll link it for you. So reincarnation is dependent on your soul signature to an extent, yes. Like
red plague.
It's not going to be like every single life, but it's more so of like a common theme over your lives, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not like very strict, but it's going to dictate what you learn in a life. So like we just read someone that has mostly masculine lives. It doesn't dictate that they're always going to be masculine. They had a very, 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 very feminine life. And that was to learn about masculinity from a different point of view.
Yeah, and even in this life, that person said that they were born female in this life.
Yeah, so they're not like strict rules of you have to do this, 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 and this. It is, this is what your soul does. Now we're going to put you into a simulator, quote unquote, Earth, in order for you to learn more about your soul.
Jada, thank you so much. Welcome to Mystery Machine.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I think we're done, so we are ready. You want to do more?
We can do a couple more.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Shop. Dude, I'm gonna need to eat something after this.
Same. I'm thinking about. I'm hungry.
What should we eat? You should let us know.
So, I have cookie dough.
Yeah, I could hear your thoughts.
No, you couldn't.
I could. I was about to say,
saying
we have cookie dough. But I knew you were going to say it. I was like, we have cookie dough, and we also have ice cream.
I like
pizza.
Pizza, Cane's, pizza, Panera, tacos.
Dude, I'm hungry. Everything's fine. I just like sit in bed every night and just dream about food because I really hate eating during the day. I don't know what it is. I wake up and I'm like, remember when I used to tell you that all these dreams?
Holy shit.
What's up, my guy? You figured out the super chat.
Holy crap.
Just wanted to say you guys are awesome. I love your videos. I love your channels. Been a big fan for a very long time. It's my first live I've been able to make. I'm just super excited to be here.
Thank you so much. I've never seen a red chat before.
Me either.
I was like, oh. I thought that there was like an error message or something because it's just bright red. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
you are so kind.
Sweet. It really supports us. We really
appreciate it. It
really is great.
Like,
it's gonna help us make more videos for you guys and to help give back. Ugh. It's so
she
sweet.
said Erica says cookie dough for sure. So we have to do cookie dough now.
I mean, yeah.
You know, I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm going to stop staring at the edit button and actually do Okay, how many?
4
would be an hour.
Do 5 more. Why not?
5. We got 5 more spaces. Are you guys clicked on the link? Let me tell you how this works again. So, we have a Ko-Fi link. It is pinned at the top of chat. This will be our last 5 of the night. So, I don't know if you need to sign in to Ko-Fi or your PayPal, but do all of those things. I'll give you a minute. But I'm going to release these things to you. But there is a link up in the pinned chat. Once you click on that, it should be there. It's sold out, and I'm about to add things to it. Stock readings. There's going to be 5. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'll give you, like, a minute. I'm starving. All I can think about is eating, and everyone is posting food in the chat. Because I asked, but...
I can go get us snacks.
No, I need to eat something later. I mean, are we eating cookies, or... Because, like, if we're eating cookies, I need to have my stomach open for that. Well, like, open for business.
I was thinking I could make that pizookie I've been talking about.
Yeah, we could do that after stream.
I also got Cool Whip to put on it.
Oh, that's why you got cookie dough? Got you.
That's why I got Cool Whip to go with the cookie dough.
Now you're making me hungry, Em. Soup dumplings. I've never had a dumpling before. Egg drop soup, then ice cream. Egg drop. I don't know what an egg drop is.
Egg drop soup?
I don't know what egg drop soup is.
It's Asian cuisine.
Interesting.
I've never had it myself, but...
I eat a total of 3 things. Pasta, pizza, and mac and cheese. Riker is trying to change that. Orzo. I'm like, what is orzo? It's kind of like pasta, so it kind of just goes into... Anyways, I'm going to hit the button. Are you ready? Are you all on it? I'm giving it. Save changes. It is available now.
Only 5 left.
Hopefully there's actually 5
Make
there.
sure you guys eat a meal, though. We did eat, like, a meal for dinner.
Yeah, we had orzo.
Because I made lemon boursin orzo. If you don't know what boursin is, it's like a...
Cheese?
Look at my friend Jay.
Rude.
Sorry. I have friends who are watching the stream, so they're messaging me things that I can't say on YouTube.
This button.
But yeah, I made orzo.
Oh gosh.
Like lemon garlic herb cheese orzo, and it was very good.
Brittany, you're first.
Hell yeah.
You really put your back into it. Cause I don't know how you did it that fast.
Fucking waiting for that.
What?
She was just waiting for
Oh, for sure. Yay.
Threw it in there.
Yeah, everybody just already had it in their thing, their cart.
Do you get to choose to reincarnate, or can you choose to live in heaven?
Oh, I had a fucking soul. Okay, I think it was my spirit guides. They told me how this works, and I just went off, and I was just like, I don't know where that came from, but it did. It naturally happens. So the way that I like to explain that is, you have a vibration. You incarnate. It changes, modifies, affects your vibration. So then you die and you go up into heaven. You now have all of this like instability, kinetic energy from existing. So when you do that and you live and do whatever it is in heaven, your soul gets sucked back down into an incarnation because your soul is imbalanced. It has all of this kinetic energy built up, and it naturally pulls you back into a life. I don't know if that makes sense. Please let me know, because otherwise that blew my mind, and I just came out of my mouth during a podcast, and I was like, okay, hopefully that makes sense, because brain
also,
information.
Anna, welcome to the Mystery Machine. Thank you.
It's a good time. We're gonna do some emotes maybe tomorrow or at some point, because we have so many that we have to do. So many slots for that.
We probably have more now, honestly.
Mm-hmm. We have like 11 slots. The last time we looked, and there's a lot more.
So I think we have like 6 or 7 open ones.
Yeah.
So give us your suggestions too. Thanks.
Yeah, if you guys have suggestions for emotes that you would want on the stream for you guys to have access to, put them in chat. Sorry, you have a lot of lives. I don't know. They all want to talk at the same time. Okay, we'll do this one. This man is cute. I feel like you have a man who's a carpenter. I'll write that down. Carpenter life. I feel like he's like... I feel like he made furniture or something. I can see him making a chair. Good old Nightbot.
I feel like she has a lot of lives where she makes things.
Interesting.
Because I'm talking to a woman who was like a weaver, textile maker. Like she made like blankets and stuff.
What happens when the soul is balanced? Do we finally get to rest? Your soul moves up to a different plane of existence. I don't think your soul necessarily is balanced in the way that you think, because your soul's energy goes up and down. It's like the ebb and flow of life, the ebb and flow of existence. It happens after life as well. So if your soul doesn't come down to earth, your soul will probably go up to some other dimensional realm. So that is what I've been told by souls. You don't necessarily incarnate forever as a person, or...
That scares me every time.
It just happens like on a timer.
I know.
But
every time it scares the shit out of me.
If you're done incarnating lower, you usually go higher. But anyways, you have a carpenter life, you're a man. You have brown hair. It's kind of like shaggy, bowl cut. You are a thinner man. You have like a white button up and some brown pants. I really should look up when electricity happened, and that would probably help me with time things. You were after electricity. I feel like, I don't know, his outfit. Okay, do you know the trend that's going around on TikTok where it's, this is what my boyfriend looks like in this era? Do you know what the era is? Because that's the time. So, hopefully that's helpful. Nibbler Girl, welcome to Mystery Machine! Ooh. What's up? We're gonna get you some emotes at some point. But Brittany, I feel like this man had a daughter who was sick.
Electricity... Sorry, I'm trying to, like...
Your daughter had polio. I think that's the, like... I think that's where you start out with your legs have issues. I don't think she was in this machine, though. I don't think it was that, like that. Oh, is this true?
Yes.
He says child. They don't have child ones. Iron lung. I think that's what these things are called.
Yeah, I think so.
Clearly, I don't know enough about diseases. But she, like, had braces on her legs. So I don't know if that is helpful to tell me if that's polio or something else. But she has braces. Because I feel like you helped make the braces. You had a wife who was blonde, and the little girl is also blonde. Sorry, I'm like asking him questions because I'm like, I know nothing about polio. Lots of diseases tonight. 1940s, I think. Yeah, 1930s or 40s. Okay. So sad that I tried to purchase a reading. We will be back next Thursday. We'll be doing some sort of other kind of reading probably. At some point we will do past lives again, but...
Also, Highwind, so members, when we do, there are times where we do, like, free reading nights, where, like, you don't have to pay, like, we'll just, like, do readings, whatever. Usually we do those with, like, Ouija boards. People seem to love those.
Tarot card readings.
Yeah, so, like, tarot, oracle, pendulum, kind of, like, other divination tools. When we do those, there's, like, a priority queue, so if you choose to do a super chat, that's highest priority, and then members get priority, and then non-members. So you don't have to pay anything, but for today, they are paid readings only through our Ko-Fi.
Yeah. And if we do reading, or if we do live streams on Tuesday, a lot of times we'll do, someone plays the game, and someone will read tarot, so if you want to get a free reading, it's most likely easiest to do it on Tuesday. But yeah. If you just come into the stream and ask if we're doing live, like, free readings, we'll tell you.
Will you guys ever use a magic 8-ball? We should get a magic 8-ball. That would actually be really fun.
I've been told to multiple times. I used to have a SpongeBob one, but I think my mom threw it out. But Kristen saying, how do I become a member? Oh.
Jay's on
Thank you. This is the link. Nightbot has given you the link. If you click that link, it will go to a page where all of them are on there, and you can choose all of the, like, perks that you want. So, yeah. But yeah, that was your life. I feel like you built a lot of things. You had this, like, you have a very, keen mind where you can connect a lot of things together. So, you're very good at, I don't know if this is you now, too, but I feel like when you do anything new, you're just astoundingly good at it. You can just, like, watch someone do it, and you're just immediately a natural at it. That comes with the territory of a lot of people that have a lot of lives. That is usually characteristic for people that have a lot of lives. But with you specifically, you did a lot of crafts, like, trades, like, things. So you've done a lot of things as a soul. So in this life, a lot of that stuff will be a lot easier. And this is still for Brittany. You got 2 more. Go for it.
I didn't actually fully talk about the first one even.
Okay.
So I got
you got 3 more. Go for it.
So
I'll pull up the next one.
First one I see for you is a woman that has reddish brown hair, and she was like a weaver and textile maker. And she was just like, because I was like, oh, like, what did you make? And she was like, blankets. And I was like, just blankets? And she was like, don't underestimate a good handmade blanket, hun. And I was like, okay, sorry.
Sorry.
But she made a lot of things for people, like, pre-Industrial Revolution. I still think that she made things after the Industrial Revolution, but it was just harder for her to, like, make a lot of money doing it, or, like, support herself, because, like, people were now focused on, like, shifting it to being mass-produced. Of course, remember the lamp. The lamp he's back there. Henry.
What, this lamp?
That lamp?
Sorry. Had to do it.
I see another woman who has brown hair, and she was, like, an herbalist, in, like, I want to say, like, Celtic times. But she made a lot of, like, potions and, like, herbal, like, home remedies for people. And she was, like, very skilled with, like, crafting different herbs and, like, potions and things. And then the last person I see is a man who has, like, really dark hair, and he was, like, a blacksmith. And he created, like, specifically, he wanted to be, like, he created weapons for, like, knights for, like, some king's army.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, those were kind of rapid fire.
Sorry. You have, okay, people are asking when we do live streams. So, we do live streams Thursdays, generally. This is our day that we do it no matter what, depending. But this is the day we're most consistent with. But we do it at 7 p.m. EST. We have started doing an art stream on Fridays. Do you want to do those later too? Might be easier.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier to do those at like
7.
7 still, yeah.
So Fridays we do generally like an art stream. Sometimes we do readings where we draw your spirit guides. That's what we did last week. So if you're interested in that, that'll be at 7 p.m. EST on Fridays. And then we have not been consistent with this, but we're trying to do live streams on Tuesdays at like 11, 12-ish. And that's where we usually do like some sort of game. And a lot of times we'll do like free readings during that, if depending on the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, we should make like a thing for the schedule.
Yeah, I can do that.
Like a little,
like a bot command.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A command for it. Yeah,
I can do that.
Okay, so we're on Sana. Sana, are you in chat?
Yeah.
Hopefully that's how you say your name.
What time, or what do you guys want us to draw tomorrow? We can do spirit guides again. We could do deities.
Well, do you want to do emotes or do you want to do readings?
I kind of want to do readings. I don't know. I like drawing other people's things.
Cool. We'll do readings then. Because we can do deities. We could do past life drawings.
Oh, that would actually be cool to do past life drawings.
We can do spirit guides again. What do you guys want to do? What would you like us to draw? Deities.
We can
probably make a poll. How do I do that again? Is it this?
Yeah, start a poll.
We'll ask a question first. What should we art stream? What should the art stream be? What do we art?
What do we art?
Spirit guides, deities, past lives. Oh yeah, sorry. Is there anything else that we could do? Angels?
I feel like we could do deities / angels.
Okay.
Unless you want to do angels separate.
Let's do / because I don't know how many people have angels that they know about. Okay, there's a poll.
So you guys can vote for which one you'd prefer.
Past lives. I love when people just immediately go for it. We got spirit guides already.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people just have spirit guides, so it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like angels are going to be unsettling.
Do that.
Viewer's choice, all of it.
Well, I see a lot of angels as, like, people.
Yeah. Same.
So, looks like it's going to be another spirit guide one.
We can have another thing where we start drawing the same dude at the same time.
Dude, you guys need to watch our last stream where literally we were drawing two people's guides at the same time. And Riker and I just start drawing the same exact spirit guide. And I literally give the disclaimer in the beginning. I'm like, when you go to other mediums, sometimes they look different because that's based on what that medium is, like, perceiving. We drew the same thing. It freaks me out. We need to make that into a TikTok.
We do.
Did Sana respond?
Yes.
Yes, I see you. Yes. You said it right. Okay, great. I'm glad. All right. Past lives for Sana. I need to write your name on here. Oh, you have this cutesy lady. She smells like specifically honey cookies. Oh, no. I know what the smell is now. I feel like you're from Scotland only because they make me smell shortbread cookies. Like buttery cookies. And they're like, it's like your grandma from Scotland. So I feel like you have this little Scottish old woman that smells like freaking shortbread and it's adorable. I feel like people just in your neighborhood love you and would just come to your house and talk to you about everything because you are just like, they make me feel like, oh my god, is this true? You should use your...
Hold on. Ask again.
Is this true?
Yes.
Are you in the circus? Because they're like, she traveled a lot. And I was like, okay, what did she do? She was in the circus as an acrobat. And I was like, and you're showing me as yourself as a little old lady that makes cookies and everybody loves you? But they said everyone loves her because she traveled and she knows everyone. And she was an acrobat that did, like, the tightrope stuff at the circus.
Sana, do you like baking in general or, like, cooking? And do you, like, smells trigger things for you a lot?
You probably have that ability for sure.
Because you just were like, this woman who smells, and I smelt something different, and then you described yours, and I was like, well, that's not what I'm smelling.
I'm bad at smells. Hence why I'm like, honey and cookies, shortbread. That's not how they smell, but that's just signs and symbols that do not make sense to anyone other than me. But it's fine.
Because I see this woman who has, like, red curly hair.
Why is that literally my personality? Dude, I don't know.
Maybe I'm showing the cookie so you guys can have a snack from being hungry. I feel like you, like, I do have a sensitive smell and love baking, yeah. Because I feel like your, like, soul is just, like, the person who makes, like, the best, like, baked goods. Because this woman is, like, a baker, but she smells like lavender and vanilla. And she reminds me of, like, the baker's wife from the play Into the Woods, or, like, the Disney movie Into the Woods. I should show you that, too, but it is a musical.
I've been to a play that is Into the Woods.
Oh, really?
Do I remember anything that happened in it? Absolutely
not. Bye, Vanessa. But I feel like she, like, owned, like, a little, like, bakery and made, like, the best, like, baked goods. Like, I can taste them.
Snickerdoodles.
Oh, I love snickerdoodles. Fun fact, my mom used to hate the word snickerdoodle. So I would just go around
have a cat
saying
named Snicker.
Snickerdoodle. I would just say snickerdoodle because she didn't like the word. That's how I am as a person. Yeah, I don't know. You're very good at baking. I want baked goods now. God damn it.
Okay, you guys ready for an epic love story? You look like some Dorothy motherfucker. You're in this field, which is 100% like a troll towards me because that is a sign and symbol for me. Anytime I see flowers or like valleys of flowers, that is a sign or symbol for me for love. You look like Dorothy. You have pale skin, dark brown curly hair. You're from the South. You're a little Southern belle. I think you were in an abusive relationship, got out of that because of this dude who was Prince Charming for you. Like, absolutely changed everything for you, like, McSteamy, McDreamy, like, all that BS. I feel like your prior husband was physically abusive to you. So the other dude, the Prince Charming dude, noticed your scars. But yeah, I see you in this field and you're holding a flower and there's wind blowing through your hair and it's just very, like, cinematically, like, cringe. Are you in a relationship now?
Not McSteamy and McDreamy.
McSteamy and McDreamy. Can you tell what I watch in my spare time? That is my safe show. I also identify with Meredith. Yeah, I feel like this man got you out of an abusive relationship. I'm asking how. I think you ran away with him. You, like, They say that your husband was away on business. He was like some big businessman. And I feel like you had a child with him who was a little boy. I think you left with him because once you had that child, he was like 2 or 3 when you left. I feel like it was more 2 because your past life is telling me that he wouldn't remember anything because you were worried that he was going to be groomed to be abusive. So you left. That like was the thing that like helped convince you to go off into the sunset with some strange man you just met. I'm not with McSteamy, unfortunately. Just was asking. I don't know. I feel like you might find him in this life.
Ooh.
He has this just like solid, grounded energy, and is just very kind and sees the world in a very different manner.
Jade, Christina is the best, okay?
Same. I love Christina, but I think my personality is Meredith. You're more Christina, which is 100%. I find so fucking weird.
100%. Literally, when we like first became friends, like you called me like Christina to your Meredith. I'm pretty sure like I have like the screenshot of the message.
It's true. I don't know. All of the characteristics that are Meredith are me, and it's really it freaks me out. But I've always been searching for my Christina Yang. Cringe, BS. Yes, that's all I need to know. I feel like I might they say it's gonna take a couple kissing frogs before you find Prince Charming. So whatever that means. But do you have any others?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I see this man in his early 20s. He, again, with like food and cooking and stuff, but he wanted to be like a chef, but I feel like he got drafted into a war instead, and he ended up dying in combat, unfortunately. But he like made like food for like all of his like troop mates to like help lift morale, and he was like he was like serving but still like making the most of it, of like making sure that like people like were still eating like as proper meals and as good meals as they could while like being deployed places.
Anything else?
No, that's
okay. So the next 3 we have Micah, Kristen, and then Allie. That's the order. So Micah, are you here?
I know she was. I saw her earlier.
Hopefully it's Micah. Maybe it's Mika. It's one of those 2. I'm sorry if I'm doing this
every time.
I'm dyslexic. I have a hard time with speaking. If I could just telepathically put things into your brain, it would be easier. Yes. Great. Let me write your name down. Oh, I should also say soulmate Dorothy Southern Belle. It's literally because we just watched Grey's Anatomy. That's why they described her like that. Or sorry, not Grey's Anatomy. We just watched Dance Moms, and they were all dressed like Dorothy, and I was like, oh, Southern Belle. So Mika.
Serving in war, serving food, and I'm sure serving looks.
Definitely an old woman that lived their life on the go in the circus. That one was
Micah.
Okay. I'll try to remember the pronunciation in the future. So, you have this male past life. He has black hair. Now my dad has 51 subscribers instead of 44. Sorry, I have ADHD. Anyways, you have this man who has dark hair. He is very... He owns some sort of big corporation. He's very intelligent, very, he makes me feel like he was not such a great guy. Money does weird things to... Okay, he says that he was put in a situation that was the case. Because I'm, like, asking him, and he says, that he was more an oppressor in this life, and it was because of the situation he was put in. He inherited the business from his dad specifically. His dad was the CEO, and his dad always put so much pressure on him to be better. And he was like, I'm giving you this, like, free business for you that makes billions of dollars. You better not screw it up. And that was, like, his relationship with his dad. So he's talking about how he always felt like he was a failure, even though he made the business more successful. And it was because of his dad. So he picked up a lot of generational trauma and characteristics that surrounded this controlling aspect of his masculinity. So he was given a lot of things, and he was made to feel like he was lazy. He was made to feel like he didn't deserve these things, and that everything that he ever got was because of his dad, and it really screwed him up mentally. Are these readings from Patreon subscribers? These are paid readings, so if you see the pinned comment, that's where the link is. They are sold out for today, so these people have just paid for them on Ko-Fi. But they make me feel like, because they specifically say your souls aren't all, like, oppressors. It's just in this case, you were put in a situation where there wasn't necessarily... It was, like, the perfect storm. Like, you had the conditions of being this, like, person. Because you were groomed to be so. Because they make me feel like you were neurodivergent in some way, shape, or form. I feel like you had, like, ADHD and dyslexia, which is funny because it's the same. And that's why your dad just always called you lazy. But I feel like I don't feel like you had a family. I feel like you were just so consumed with the business that there was no time for that. But he says that the people that worked for him saw him as ruthless. So, your turn.
I have weird lives for you. I'm sorry. They're not human lives.
Don't apologize for things that aren't your fault.
So the first life that I have for you is, you're a tree.
Ooh.
And you're, like, this, like, I don't know, this, like, massive tree. It, like, gives me, like, the same vibe as, like, you know, like, the giant, like, life tree in Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Like that type of tree. So, like, you were, like, so old. And this was, like, long before humans, but I feel like there was, like, a natural forest fire that, like, burned you down, but, like, you as a tree were so, like, wise and, like, understanding that you were, like, grateful. Specifically, he says that, like, you were grateful that your ashes could fertilize land to make room for the youngins, because it was time for them to cute. like grow up and, like, be, like, the new, like, life force of, like, the forest area.
Yeah, like, he existed during a time where trees could be huge.
Yeah.
They lived a long time.
Yeah. So, like, he was like, I lived my time. He was wise to know that, like, it was, like, the natural cycle for him to go, so, like, new younger trees could, like, grow and get big.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute. Sweet. And then the other one that you have, you were a squid.
Is it a big squid?
Yeah. But you're, like, missing a tentacle from...
Is it the ones that have huge tentacles that
yes.
just, like... You know the ones on TikTok? That, like, your tentacles go so far that you can't see the bottoms of them?
Yeah. Like, It was a big squid.
That's awesome.
But you just kept telling me that you have a missing tentacle, because it was just like, tentacle. It's gone. And I was like, are you like a jellyfish? Are you an octopus? Squid. And I was like, okay.
Hold on, I got a picture for you.
Yeah, deep, absolutely, like. But I feel like you were like attacked by like a giant like shark or whale or something, and like we're missing a tentacle. I don't really know what else to say about
that's
this
really
life.
Cool.
Just
I love shit like that because that's also possible. They I don't know. I watch a lot of weird TikToks about animals because that's my flavor of autism. But there is this huge white shark. Like one of the great white sharks. They're like massive, like 40 or 50 feet, and they got bit by something bigger than them, and like they got bit, and it took up like half of their stomach. And that was just part of its jaw. That was just the front part of its jaw that it got, like, it had teeth mark in it. And the biologist, like, found this shark that had huge teeth marks in it.
That's wild.
Yeah, so I feel like whatever that thing, that deep sea squid, got attacked by one of those things.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, it's, like, massive, but it's specifically missing a tentacle.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's a shark.
And I've never
It's just something with teeth.
I've never talked to a squid before, so it's just like...
Oh my god, that's a weird-looking squid. TikTok. I now realize that that's not a normal thing to have on TikTok, but that's the shit that I'm like, wow! I wish I knew what the bottom of the sea looked like.
So yeah, those are the two lives that I got for you.
Okay, I'm gonna give you another one. God
Squid
damn it.
cheeks.
I don't have a normal one for you either. I think you were a gnome.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think you lived in, like, a basket outside.
So random.
Like, the basket used to have, like, a flower pot in it, but now it doesn't, and you live there. He's telling me just random facts about gnomes. He says that, I was like, I normally see like 10 of you together. Is that a thing? And he's like, yeah, we run around in packs. He's like making fun of me because he's like talking about himself like he's a wild animal, and I like am a spectator of it.
I was a what?
So he's like, that is such a weird question, and I'm like, he's like, if I talked about you that way, it would be like, oh yeah, humans, they always are in packs with each other. That's what he's talking to me like. You were a gnome. You lived in some sort of basket outside in someone's backyard. I feel like your life is currently living, like, concurrent to your current life. You are a gnome. Well, I'm glad I could give you a business life of some person.
A businessman and then tree, squid, gnome.
Yeah. You're welcome. I love it. Okay. This
I got two
one.
more.
We are on Kristen. Kristen, are you here? Let us know. I can't wait to eat cookies.
Should I make a Pizookie?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we should make a Pizookie or just make smaller ones.
I don't know. It's up to you.
Hi, Kristen.
Oh, I see. I've read you a lot of times. I was like, I don't know if it's this Kristen, but I could have just read your email and then figured that out. Anyways. Okay, you have... Let me write your name down first.
I need your pendulum.
No.
I want you to hold it.
I'm holding it. Got it. I was like, why do you need mine? You have one.
Is this true?
Yes.
Apparently now it's the ocean past life.
Oh, okay. I see a woman for you. Gnome in basket. Let me write your name down here. Kristen. Alright. You have a woman that I feel like lost a baby. She has brown hair, like light-colored hair. Or is redhead. Sorry, I have a hard time seeing red hair for whatever reason. I feel like she's a redhead. Because they corrected me. No.
Is this true?
Yes.
This is such a weird fast life. Sorry, continue.
That's fantastic. I love that. If I did one of these, that's what I would want. Like, tell me everything. You have this woman that lost a baby. She's a redhead. I feel like she lived during a time where electricity was invented and slowly became a commonality in households. Because when she was younger, she had like candlelit things, and then when she was older, she had more like electrical stuff. Yeah, she says it's not necessarily when it was invented, but more so when it became common in households. Because she like says that it's like when you remember when you had that huge TV in your parents' house and now flat screens are a thing. It's kind of like that happened fast. Squid.
It's an octopus.
Oh. Well, there's your validation. You're welcome. For later. I feel like you lost a baby. I think it was after they were born. Yes, we have a history with readings, lol. Very cool, you've talked to her before. Oh, of course I have. I feel like her baby died from... Was it SIDS?
Sudden infant death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what happened. Was not a good time. I don't think you tried to have children after that. I feel like your husband left. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it really screwed you up and your husband didn't want to stick around for it. So he left and you didn't find someone else. I feel like your parents came and got you after that happened, after he left. And you stayed with them. I feel like they also had their parents living with them too, like your grandparents. There's a lot of people in the house, and it was noisy and overstimulating for you, but you also needed to be around it because your thoughts were horrible. Because you blamed yourself for it.
Is this true?
Yes.
Great. I'm getting weird ones now. I don't know what's
fantastic.
Happening.
I love it. That sucks. Do you know what I was supposed to learn from that experience? You learned about life. They want me to say you learned about how fragile life can be, but you didn't get stuck in the... You didn't get stuck in the depression because people pulled you out of it. So you got to see two different sides of life. You got to see the hardships of life, and you got to climb your way back up. Because I specifically asked, I was like, did this person, continue living? And they said yes, only because their parents came and got them. Because I feel like you got your red hair from your dad. I know that they both have to have red hair, but your mom wasn't a redhead, your dad was. So your mom had the gene for red hair, but she wasn't presenting. Because I think she's blonde. But yeah, your turn.
Before I pulled this card, I wrote down that you had an octopus past life. Which is funny because it's intellect and, I literally, like, wrote down this octopus past life and I was like, I don't feel like it's true. And then the 2 cards I pulled were truth.
Oh my god.
And intellect
oh my god.
octopus.
That deck is a troll, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do have a question, though. Can you ask their octopus life if how do they know how to change their colors to match things?
Is this true?
Yes.
Is this true?
No.
But this is true.
Yes.
They're talking about, like, understanding it clairsentiently. They clairsentiently understand colors.
Well, okay, is this true?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know why this is, but every time I ask an octopus about it, because I don't believe them, they say that they can taste it.
That makes sense.
Because I know as a biological sense, their tentacles can taste things. So when they have their, like, tentacles all over you, they can taste what you taste like. But I'm like, how do you get colors from that? And they're like, synesthesia. I'm like...
Yeah, I was asking about synesthesia.
That's wild.
But this octopus is really funny. I don't know, can you talk to this octopus?
Yes, I'm asking him more questions. I'm like, oh my god. So, you have octopus, you have 8 arms, okay? I'm just totally blown on the fact that they can change colors. So, I'm an octopus, I go on a rock, and I can taste the different tastes of the rock. And because it, like, correlates to different parts of my body because of the tentacles and the little sucker doodles, I can then change colors based upon what's underneath me. And that's fantastic! You have questions? Because I'm like, what?
What does he sound like to you?
He sounds like if you were to shoot water underneath water.
So, he was telling me that he got caught by a fisherman. Like, he got caught by a fisherman, but he's like, I absolutely wreaked havoc on their boat. They weren't gonna catch me today. So he escaped, and, like, cause he, like, I was like, octopus.
Well, he was eating their food. He was eating the fish that they caught.
Yeah.
Did they not realize that he was there?
Because he's so smart.
He escaped and ate their food and then left. Because he was, like, in one of the, like, live well things. I don't know how it is on a mass scale because it was, like, a commercial fisher dude.
Mm-hmm.
He, like, ate some of the fish that were in there and then, like, got out of the box and went back down the boat. Because there was, like, things that he could, like, climb and stick himself to and then left.
Yeah, he was just like, they're not gonna get me today, and just like, fucked with them so hard, and I was like, oh my god, because at first when it was like octopus, I was like, how did you die? And he's like, oh, I just, like, died naturally old, and I was like, then why are you here? And he's like, get this.
I don't think I could ever be an octopus, because everything just tastes so much, but he's like, the whole boat tastes like fish and blood, and I'm like, blood? And he's like, I just told you that every part of my body tastes things. You don't think that I taste blood in order to find my food. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Anyways.
Octopus life.
Yeah, also, is this true?
Sorry, okay. Yes.
You have an alien past life.
I know Kristen loves this too.
But I pulled, like, specific cards for this one.
Oh God, you have a lot of animal lives. I don't.
Yeah.
At least I'm giving you some human lives.
But you were like, you had an alien past life. It was very like genderless, and like it's kind of hard for me to like talk to them. But they just said that they were tasked with like flushing out greed and seduction in people and other beings by using it as temptation against them, whatever that means. Yeah, I don't often get alien past lives.
That's wild. You're also a snake. You're an Ouroboreal. I think that's the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Snake, the ones that climb, because you ate birds. I don't know what kind of snake you were.
I know nothing about snakes, so.
You had spots. That's all I can tell you. Because I was like, you kind of look like an anaconda. But I know you're not an anaconda because they don't, like, you're too thick. Or they are too thick. But you were a snake.
She's experiencing what it's like to be a snake now.
Snakes have weird things on their face, I think.
Yeah, they have like...
They have a specific organ, I forget what it's called, that helps them to get heat signatures. They can read heat signatures with their mouth. Is this true?
Yes.
Both?
No.
Okay, I feel like you were blind in your left eye. I feel like it was caused by a bird. They, like, took your eye out. Because I'm like, why are you telling me this? Because obviously I know that, but they're like, that's the only reason why you could continue to survive is because of the heat signatures on your face. And that helped you to figure out where things were so that you could, like, continue to eat.
Also, I forgot that we put out a poll. Spirit Guides won.
Yeah, for sure. I should end this.
Yeah.
I do want to see. Wow. It was even for everything else.
Yeah.
There's 63 votes. Goddamn.
Yeah.
We're doing spirit guide readings tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in spirit guide readings, we're going to be live at 7 p.m. EST on Friday. We're going to do spirit guide drawings. If you don't know what that is, we've already done one last week. Go watch the replay. Which you should send people their readings.
Yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Since we're down here. You can at least emailing them to yourself.
Yeah.
And then
I'll
you can do it upstairs.
The file to myself.
Yeah.
That's all I have for Kristen.
Yeah. One more. Allie. Are you here, Allie? Let us know. You are our last reading for tonight. That's really interesting. Snake.
I'm a snake.
Yeah, I really like octopuses. I don't think I could be an octopus because that sounds overstimulating.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like
truth and octopus.
Because I was like, this isn't true, but like I'll like pull cards and then just truth and then octopus. And I was like, all right.
They were trolling me yesterday. I was asking, I'm like, am I gonna get like in trouble if we do this thing? Freedom. That was the first card that came out.
Yep.
Freedom.
Just freedom.
I was like, how did you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just truth and then an octopus. And then an octopus. I was like, okay.
Hello,
cool.
Allie.
Why do I keep just...
You were a cloud.
Apparently now it's just time for, like...
Well, we already got our minds on it, so I'm like, tell me
yeah.
the weird ones. I'll give you a human one. It's fine. You were cloud. Where Are you an earthy cloud? Yes. You were a cloud on Earth. I'm like asking them questions. I'm asking them stupid questions. I'm like, were you a boy cloud or a girl cloud? And they were like, I don't know what that means. And I'm like, okay. They're telling me about, because I'm like, I don't know what to ask a cloud. They're telling me about different things that happen in the sky. They're telling me about visible light and how things get like refracted in order for you to see rainbows and things like that. So he's talking about and I'm saying he because I asked him what they would like to be referred to, and he was like, I don't know how to answer that question. And I was like, okay, sounds good. They're telling me about how the water and the crystallizations that are happening inside of him and how it is able to change different perceptions of the earth. It's like, God, I don't know. I feel like clouds are like higher dimensional beings. I know this sounds absolutely wild, because this sounds absolutely wild for me. But I feel like this cloud was able to comprehend being on different parallels and existing as such. So you as a cloud saw things on different parallel universes as if you were the same cloud. He says it's like the set or the scene of Earth was put into place, and then all of the characters changed, or the show changed. So the way I like to think about parallel universes is it's like you have a set, like a stage, whatever, and you had one parallel, which is like Full House, like the TV show Full House is being filmed on this set. And then next week you have like Friends being filmed on this set. It's the same set, everything on the set is the same, but you have a different universe in this television show. So they're like, this cloud is saying, I'm like the set. So that's why I'm able to see all of these different parallels and understand different ideas surrounding humanity, because I'm able to just see it, A, from the sky because I have perspective, but B, because I have this ability to refract light in a way in which to see or filter different timelines in order for me to understand humanity as a whole. You're welcome. I feel like your soul is uncomfortable being human. So your cloud guide, or your cloud past life dude, is saying you incarnated as a cloud before you incarnated as a human in order to get an idea about humanity before you started becoming human. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Your turn.
Great. I do have one human past life for you, at least.
Great.
But the first one I have for you is, you were a bobcat. And you were the, like, runt of the litter. And I feel like you were a little shit of a bobcat. Like, because there were, like, hunters in the area, and you would always, like, if they left their, like, kills, like, out and accessible, you would steal them. Because you were, like, because you were smaller, it was harder for you to, like, kill things yourself, and you're like, well, this is an easy route. So, like, you would just, like, steal hunters' kills. Mm-hmm. But you ended up dying to hunters because they caught you stealing them once. But it's
karma.
But it's really
hard karma. That's how the world works, unfortunately.
And then the second life I have for you, you were some sort of like Egyptian pharaoh, this man. And I feel like you were very much like entombed, because I started literally these decks are such a troll, because I started like seeing this man, but I was like, I don't know, like all of these past lives are like weird. And then I pulled what was the order I pulled it in? I pulled The Tomb and The Secret together. Oh, God. And then I pulled Patience, and then I pulled The Sun. And this was when I was like, okay, I'm right.
So what you're saying is you're going to read me later with both of these oracle decks that you have while we eat cookies together.
I don't feel like I'm going to have a choice.
No, the correct answer is I would not dream of anything
I
else.
would love to, Emily. But I feel like you were very young when you died, but you were, like, buried and, like, entombed. So you were young, but like Emma was saying, I don't feel like you like being human soul. So, like, while you were, like, an Egyptian pharaoh, like, you kind of hated it. So you, like, welcomed death because it was also sacred.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very much like, yeah, I'm dying young, honorable but it's death. Very honorable, and I'm going out in, like, he wants to be, like, in style. So he
Oh, so he was a pharaoh.
Yeah, he was a pharaoh.
I'm like, he has, like, power.
Yeah, he was a pharaoh.
He doesn't like it, but he has it.
Yeah. Very much, yeah, he was a pharaoh. Because I, like, started seeing, like, skeleton in a tomb, and I was like, okay, you're not a skeleton. You can't be that. And he was like, well, that's what I became. And I was like...
I don't know, is that, like, normal? Because he says that's, like, an Egyptian thing.
Being, like, entombed like that?
Like, or dying is an honor.
Not necessarily, like...
Because he's very much like that.
In different cultures, yes, but, yeah.
So, I don't know.
I think during the time it was, like... Yeah.
Because he's like, I believed that when I died, I was able to, like, give back. Because he felt so stuck. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know. He didn't like the power he had.
Is it possible to donate a past life reading to America Clark? Is that a thing? I don't know what that means.
Do you mean, like, donate one of, like, your readings?
To someone else?
Welcome back, Vanessa.
While you say that, I feel like you were an artist. I feel like your soul deals with light. Which also makes sense for the Egyptian stuff, because how light is refracted and passes through tombs, pyramids. But I feel like you were a painter, you were a man. You are very sad. That's why you painted. Wow, someone is an actual pharaoh. I'm back. Fastest dinner ever.
Oh, Erica Clark.
Oh, got you.
Yeah,
okay.
That was the one who donated to us.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll do.
Erica, are you here?
Yeah. Are you still here, Erica? Because, yeah, we can absolutely give.
While you answer, I'll finish off Allie's, because 100% you can have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like you're a very sad man that painted pictures, and I feel like you were like the starving artist type because you just did not care about money at all. You did not care about human possessions. You did not care about anything associated to humans. You didn't really like being around people. You liked to paint, and you liked to be around the people that understood. So, thanks. That's awesome. Erica. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so sweet of you. But you really don't have to. Oh no, we're doing it.
No, you're getting one. Listen. You're getting past lives whether you like it or not. Buckle up.
I'm just glad you're still here. Oh gosh, what am I doing with this? This just keeps getting tangled.
Probably because you're using it as a pendulum. It's probably why it ends up getting drug underneath the house.
I used the last one as a pendulum too.
Exactly.
I had it for a couple of years. Oh, you gonna tell us an epic love story?
I think so.
On my farm?
Love and greed.
Epic love story. Some like
foresight.
Romeo BS. I'm not gonna read your past lives. It's yours, the one you were talking about. All right, brain. What was I thinking about a second ago?
Cookies.
I was thinking about cookies. Anyways.
Can you tell we're delirious now?
No, I just want cookies and a reading and to be in a blanket. Oh.
We can do all of this at the same time.
Okay. I remember now. Okay, first life, you're a man and you're a poet.
Didn't even know it.
Okay, it's the same dude that's on the horse. Because I pulled this card and I was like, give me something. I don't remember what I was thinking about. Sorry, I'm asking him questions. I feel like you were from some sort of, like, Chinese descent. But you were a poet. You weren't allowed to be a poet. You were in some sort of war instead, because I see you on horseback. But I feel like you raised everybody's spirits with the things that you wrote down. But you were a man. You had long dark hair and a mustache. And you usually wore your hair like up in a little bun thing, but it was half up. And your hair was like as long as mine. And it was straight.
Every time.
We can hear this upstairs. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it likes to tell me about my life a lot. I don't know how to make it not, so.
Uninstall whatever that is.
What if I want it later?
Reinstall it later.
That sounds like stress. I really just need to move my apps on here to go somewhere else, but that's a different story. This is so awesome, you have no idea. This Chinese man is, like, so kind. I feel like he was drafted, or whatever term you want to use. I feel like he, like, dubbed in for his dad. I feel like his dad was in the war, and was hurt. Because I feel like your father was a good man, too. I feel like your father, blamed himself for you going to the war. But you did come back, because I was like, did they blame themselves because you died? You were good. You were good. I feel like they say that you were smart about things. So you didn't get put into situations where your back was turned or your back was like against a corner or a wall. That's what they describe it as. They say you knew your way out. Because they're telling me things about Zombieland. They're like, always know your exit. It's like you made a set of rules because they make me say you're very good at speaking or as a poet because you're very observant. So I feel like you had a family, you had a wife and 2 little girls. And when you came back, because I feel like your 2 little girls are twins. I feel like they're like 3 when you left. And then when you came back, they appear to be like 14. You were gone for a really long time. You might have come back like a couple times, but like you staying back, they were about 14. So it was like 9-10 years. But yeah, your turn.
Great. Also, hi Ash. We are doing paid readings, but we are on our last one for the night.
Chinese man, poet.
So the first one that I see for you, Erica.
An epic love story.
It's not actually a good love story. It's
just an epic one.
It is a love story.
I didn't say it was a good one. Romeo and Juliet was an epic one. It wasn't a good one for either one. Parties involved.
Anyways, there's this man who, like, has very much, like, Prince Charming vibes. Like, he wasn't actually a prince, but he was, like, a very, like, kind, loving man, but he was also, like, very, like, suave and, like, great. And you thought that you found the love of your life, but she literally was only with you because you had money. So she ended up, like, taking all of your money and then, like, started spreading, like, rumors and telling people that you were, like, this awful person, to the point where she took all of your money and you had to, like, leave town, and it was so bad and no one would believe you. But you ended up, like, going on this spiritual journey path of, like, self-enlightenment, and just, like, left and started anew, and ended up being, like, happier in the end, because I feel like you ended up finding the, like, actual person for you, but you, like, had to struggle from then on out because you didn't have money, but you were happier and had, like, the love that you wanted, so it was much better fully, like, in the end. I don't know if that makes sense. But
you found the person that you wanted to be with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone who didn't care about, like, money or anything, who, like, saw you as, like, who you were.
Yeah, he says that he started living who he was, and that's what led him to her, because he was made to feel like he had to act as this person that was, like, rich. So once he started taking the mask off, that's when he found her.
Yeah. And yeah, let's see, if you join, like, or since you joined memberships, I think if you hit, like, see perks or see your perks somewhere, there should be a thing to join the Discord server, because I believe you're...
Yeah, if you go to the YouTube channel and go to memberships, there's also, I posted a, like, link on to learn how to do that.
Sometimes you can, like, hover and see, like, what tier they are, but I can't. But as long as you're tier 2.
Yeah, if you are tier 2 and higher, you get access to our Discord server. There should be a post with all of our posts. I can add another one tomorrow about Discord.
I wish you could, like, pin them.
Yeah, me too. And that would help you guys figure out how to get onto Discord. But also, I'm just going to share the link of that YouTube has of, once you join memberships, how do I link my YouTube to my Discord? So if you want to search that prior, that might be easy too. So, yeah. Are you good? Am I going? Okay.
I think that's all I have.
Okay, I have a star Fae being for you. You are associated to a star that is not near us. I feel like there's another star that's super close to your star. But I should explain, Fae beings are like fairies and things like that. You're not specifically a fairy. You're some sort of other Fae thing that's a part of the Fae realm. And Fae beings deal with nature, and they protect and deal with different tasks associated to maintaining the balance of naturalistic things. So, you are a Fae being associated to a star. There's 2 stars that are very, very close together, and I feel like they eventually hit each other, like. But you're associated to... They make me feel like the larger star. They say that you gain a lot of perspective by being a star. You understand light and how light can pass through a lot of different things. So, this Fae being is feminine, but has a lot of masculine characteristics. They are like... They want to be associated more with feminine things, but they have a lot of direct, structured ways of thinking. So they're talking about how, as a light being and as a star being, you understand how light is used a lot more than just physically, like, helping you see at night. Because they're like, I can see the light in people. Life is light. So it's not just light that is emitted from the thing that is the star. Light is the thing that is passed through all of the living beings. So it helps you as a soul that deals with light to understand each element that makes up like the naturalistic existence. Does that make sense? You understand the connections of everyone, and you understand how to go past these restrictions with the oneness that is us. Which is really weird, because I don't think I was speaking during that. So, do with that what you will. But
I think that's all I got for the night.
Do you guys like this stream?
Yeah.
Let us know. But if you guys are interested in our next stream, we're doing one tomorrow at about 7 p.m. EST. We're going to be drawing your spirit guides again.
Woo! I'm actually excited because that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it.
So those will be paid readings as well. It'll be done through the same thing, Ko-Fi. And it's a fun time. If you don't know what that is, we have one that's on our channel already.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys later. We are going to have a reaction video going out on this channel, Those Meddling Mediums, on Saturday. So also check out that. And we'll see you guys
later.
Bye. I gotta find the button.
I'm gonna go make cookies now.
Yes.
We're gonna go make cookies and it's gonna be great.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.